Hi, I wanted to talk a little bit about the baby blues versus postpartum depression. Now, the baby blues happens to about, I was going to say 30%, about 80% of new moms just delivered. And when we have the baby blues, it just kind of feels like, golly, why am I not happy? And I just have this beautiful baby, and you could not be getting, we're not getting much sleep, and it just feels like something's wrong, but yet you can't pinpoint it. Also, the baby blues happens within the first couple of weeks, and then it goes away. That's how we know it's just the baby blues. We could be crying at the sad commercials. If someone comes and brings us flowers or dinner, we'll cry. And those are all very normal and on the normal side. And again, watch for it to go away. I still want you to eat, I want you to drink, and I want you to still take care of yourself during that time, and also just pay special attention to what you are feeling. Some of the times everyone says, oh, that's normal, that's normal. I don't think it's normal to feel crappy. So kind of mention it to somebody and know that there is help. Now, we know it's gone into the postpartum depression is when it does not go away in a couple of weeks. Postpartum depression is something that 10% of women experience, and you certainly don't want to be that 10% that happens to. 10% of women with that postpartum depression will have a lot of anxiety. They may be hypervigilant about their baby. They can't put the baby down. They're afraid the baby is going to die. They feel like the baby's not eating enough. Feel like everything's wrong. They feel like if they stop breastfeeding, that it will go away. And that's not true, and I'll talk about that in another video. So just by stopping breastfeeding doesn't necessarily mean that your depression is going to go away. In fact, it will stay. And so there's a lot more components to that again we'll get into another video. So if we have postpartum depression, it is something that I need you to get help with, because again, you're either going to not sleep at all, and or you're going to sleep all day long. You're going to cry more than the baby is, or you're going to be on such, I've seen women such in a hyper-vigilance mode, very hyper, very going here and there and everywhere, and they can't settle down, and that's someone who is experiencing a little bit of a red flag, because, and I've asked them, if they feel like they slow down, that they will crash. And so I don't want that to happen to you. Being a mother, okay, let's just face it, it can suck. And our hormones take 12 months to get back to normal. So if that's the case, no wonder some of us are feeling a little whacked out. And it does happen. It does not mean that you are less than a woman or less than a mother. Okay? So I want you to really know about that. I also want you to consider, definitely, this is a definite, I want you to call somebody, and I want you to call a therapist, a licensed therapist, not anybody else, but a licensed provider, because they're the ones that are going to be able to help you the most. And I want you to consider definitely calling a licensed professional, especially there is someone in the Salt Lake City area and the Utah County area called the Healing Group, and these women are specifically designed, are specifically not, they're there to help you with postpartum mood disorders. Then we're supposed to, when this is happening to you, is consider going to your doctor. And I am going to say the antidepressant word, because for some, it's going to be life-saving. Again, it doesn't go back to being less than, or that you are incompetent and that you can beat this on your own, because most women cannot. You also can experience postpartum depression any time in that first 12 months postpartum. Joy, right? So that's something to consider as well. And then I want you to consider going on antidepressants if that's something that you and your physician and your therapist think it's necessary. I get a lot of women in my office saying, I'm not taking that, Julie. I just don't do antidepressants. They don't work for me. They're, it's this and then that. Well, I get that. Trust me, I get that. Also, I just want you to have that as an option. It is still your choice. Some people feel like they just have misinformation on antidepressants, that they can't breastfeed. That is not true. They can. And they can breastfeed, and they can breastfeed with most of the antidepressants out there. And in fact, that the best gift you can give your baby is feeling better about yourself. Again, childbirth screws our bodies up, ladies. And it can screw up our biochemistry. Takes a while for some. If you have a history of depression, you're really prone to having postpartum depression afterwards. There's no shame in it. Get rid of the shame. It's a choice. And it's just sometimes our bodies are just not perfect. And so we have to help it out a little bit. So just consider that as an option. If that is just absolutely not going to be an option for you, then I need you at least go to a neuropath, a naturopath, somebody who knows on the natural side of things, who can help balance things out. But you do need to be under the care of a physician and somebody who can really, truly help your body get back to the way it needs to. And there's so much help out there, it's unbelievable. And it's also, I don't know if I mentioned with the healing group, they are specifically designed here in Salt Lake City, and they are to, they're here to be able to help you. So just kind of consider that to get that help that you need. So I personally have had, my goodness, I've experienced this myself. I understood when I had my baby 19 and a half years ago, I understood why people were sent away to the funny farm in a straitjacket. 10 o'clock would roll around and I would just start to cry because I knew I would be up another sleepless night. Why go to sleep when my baby was just going to wake me up anyway in a couple of hours? And I couldn't deal with it. That's the craziness that I was feeling at the time. I also wasn't eating. I wish I had that problem now. But I wasn't eating. So a lot of people won't eat or they'll overeat. And it's common not to sleep well at all. And you have, again, this increased anxiety. You're not helping your baby or yourself by waiting it out. Get the help that you need. It is vital that you do so. Your baby deserves a happy mom. You deserve to be happy. Your partner deserves a happy partner. And life wasn't meant for you to suffer, especially alone. And know that some of these emotions are normal, but normal to the sense that there's help for it. So, and you're not going crazy. So, as long as you get some help, babe. So you'll feel so much better. So this is Julie Johnson, hoping that you have better days. I know it will. I know you will have a better day. That day is coming. Just keep looking for the help. And certainly call me if you are at this point and need some more guidance and need some more suggestions and some support. I have been there. As I said before, I'll be happy to help you through it again. And have a wonderful day.